Okay, let me see. Apparently in less than 5 minutes, it will pop a queue for frontline, so yeah. There we go. Let's go. Even though we queued as our knight, I will go as ninja. My predilected class. Please, do you mind editing? Thank you. All right. Okay, let's go. Okay, my amazing friend. Decided to just, give up. Thank you. There we go. There we go. come on now. Oh, come on. I knew it was something token. Ah. Easy. Damn. Damn. Too many reds. Why are we fighting yellow? Yellow is literally dust. Dude, we should not fight yellow, honestly. There we go. Come on. I was about to say, why is no one hitting me? We just have a scholar. Nothing else. And we need to push on red, not yellow. If my team is pushing red, then what should I do? Come on, let's push red. Woo! Okay, we are first. Good, good, good. How about we take that one? Alright. still we keep playing against yellow. Like, dude, forget about... We are gifting away. We are gifting away. This is... Yeah, now people in the chat are saying, focus on red. Yeah, of course we have to focus on red. Who cares about yellow getting a penta? Like, I'm gonna change a lot. Yeah, now we're pushing to the base. This is. And we have yellow other base. What is this, man? For the love of Christ. It's serious. There we go. Come on, push. Dude, this is controller, it's a pain in the ass. I sort to go. There. Let them kill each other. Just let them. Dude, it's a Viper. Oh Christ. Oh. Yeah, run. Oh. Goodbye, Viper. I'm not gonna give us trouble. Of course. That's called sandwiched. I knew it. I knew it. We either push red or they sandwich us. Yeah. Okay. GG. Red's gonna win. And when we focus on yellow, and red will win. Definitely. Focus on red. God's sake, man. Alright, they won already. Oh. Ah, what a pity. What a pity. Of course, I was the... I am the one with most kills. Of course. But hey... Whatever. Anyway, let's focus on the main quest scenario. Anyway, there you are. One moment you were standing before me, and the next you have vanished into thin air. Thanks to you all, the white sand have been eradicated and the gate lies sealed once more. There is being area peep from the crater. Though I can't help but notice none of you seem to share my enthusiasm. Is something wrong? Star 6 to become whole? But that's preposterous. As far as I'm aware, Heidelin made no mention of a natural rejoining. I ought to consult the records to be certain. But not before thanking you for dispatching the void sent so handily. You well and truly saved the day. Me, yes. Fell to the heavens. Implications of the solstice and the winter schemes, as well as our approach moving forward, will take time to consider. To that end, I believe we should gather and speak in person. By we, I mean all our fellow Scions. For a change of pace, why don't we convene at the Rising Stones? I'm sure Tatar and the others will be happy to meet us there. Fine idea. In many ways, our return is long overdue. No doubt we could all use some respite after Garlemald, but I trust there are no objections? Settled then, to the Rising Stones. Everything has changed since we last gathered here. No doubt Tatar is chiefly responsible for the prevailing state of tidiness. Speaking of whom, she and a great many of our comrades are en route. Let us wait for them a while longer.
Long it hath been since last we gathered here. Though our order's dissolution was indeed in name only, thereafter we did largely operate independent of one another. All of which is to say, full glad am I to stand in such esteemed company once more.
Apologies for our delay. We're reporting for duty, as bid.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route. Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with. But we're working on it.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
Now, as much as I'd like to savour our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments. Will you apprise us of the details? The Winterers and the Solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
In light of the recent Voidsent incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the Solstice as a genuine threat. The problem is how to deal with it.
Both the Source and the Reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could.
Okay, sorry about that.
But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation, then what can we possibly do? I wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Vinar. So it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality. So she believed that we could overcome this trial as well. Or rather, that the choice was ours to make.
Whichever it may be, it is we who must find the answer. We who live in the here and now.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
Indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
Ere I forget, Heron, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession. After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
Okay. It was by no means an easy decision, but as the Solstice is now our paramount concern, Alize and I have opted to formally withdraw from efforts in Garlemald. After all, anything we can do to protect our world will also serve to keep the Guardians safe. Julius and his comrades are already working towards a brighter future of their own accord. Honestly, I'm more worried about us. It's so difficult to see the path ahead, but hopefully we can get through this and return to Garlemald with our heads held high one day. Indeed, in the meantime, let us prepare a letter for Julius and the community. We mustn't let despair stay our hand. Ultinet and I had remained in Corvus to monitor the situation among the Guardians and the Corvusi. Though seldom smooth sailing, in time the region settled and we were able to return. I understand the Guardian community has made great strides in improving relations with other peoples. Given that, I feel renewed zeal for resolving the issues in Corvus. Perhaps I'd like to hear more about the Guardian's accomplishments from me and the twins. It might stoke the fire even hotter. After Ranger and I went off on our own, we decided to spend some time exploring Shak Tural. We never had the chance to visit during the Rite of Succession, you see. We journeyed east through Lozeniheta before heading up the coast to the frigid Renthorn Reaches. They revere a storied beast of the sea. The excursion only served to reinforce just how diverse Tural really is. We also met with the Wallaki and traveled to yet more distant lands, for better or for worse, pragmatism tempered our wanderlust. Suffice it to say, we still have plenty to see of the continent. I should very much like to return given the chance. Judging by your guys' Clemens, your studies must have been productive. Indeed, I have more or less mastered the fundamental principles of Charlayan astrology. At one point I considered exploring other healing arts, but decided to persevere with more focused training to better leverage my skills on the battlefield. I don't think I'd be much use on a battlefield these days. I can scarcely hold my bow steady, let alone hit a target, as early bereft of brotherly administrations as I am. I knew you still require constant supervision. You two haven't changed in the slightest. Makes me wonder how our colleagues that couldn't join us today are faring. Aenor and I were training Gridania when Boinsen attacked the 12's group. Thankfully, we were able to fend them off with the help of the twin others. I heard the invasion had already spread across the star. I realized the gravity of the situation and ordered a confidential report sent to the other scions. That's why Tataru was so quickly apprised. Thanks to you, we were able to make haste for Warlewalk. While circumstance and duty may keep us apart, we remain bound by common purpose. Indeed, may that purpose continue to guide us now that we stand together once again. It seems everyone has much and more to discuss with one another. Anyway, you are overdue for a proper break. Peace and quiet will help you think. Feel free to make yourself comfortable in Dawn's respite. Ta-da-ta-tam.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential. You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure. Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the fourth. A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations. I have my own designs I would see realized. Nothing more. Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway. What Halmarut said to you earlier. She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so? You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost?
It's a deep reflection.
I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable. Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world. Fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering
matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
If shattered stars are doomed to mend, who turns the key to winter's end? Let's fell to the heavens. Okay, so let's go to Leona and unlock rest. Okay, let's go to the Wonder Missile to the 4 cabins. You're making extreme. I guess I will have to study that one. So wow, you wrote for me today. Making my brother. Eunos. Or Enuos. I don't know. Enua, no? Yeah, Enua. A dread denizen of the depths who sought out to Void Gate and thence the source. Having already endured a deathless eternity in the void, it is not inconceivable they would have been content to merely preside over their realm without end. And perhaps our light-filled world presented such a loathsome affront as to beckon Enuo from the dark. Intent on rendering all to naught, of course, we can but speculate upon their true designs. For your unforeseen arrival upon the red moon laid any such vengeful plans to rest, it is fitting that your companion Zero was there by your side as the killing blow was struck, and I'm evoking new beginnings that it does. Were it not for that fateful reunion, mayhap our life would be enveloped in darkness, all life trapped within the ceaseless void. World unmade, 'tis a paradoxical notion, but one I nonetheless feel compelled to put to some. In darkest depths did they abide, cursed to lurk and dine. Life and light did they decry, void's dread power rising. The golden path was in grace made, will and might prevailing. Living through that plague domain, void's dread power failing. Okay. Beautiful. Have you ever pondered how your life might have unfolded had you been born to that endless dark expanse? Yeah, no thank you. And making extreme now accessible. Yeah, okay. The Hollow Promise. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. No promise. The Landsguard looks relieved to see you. Welcome back, 2020. You will be happy to know the guard remains on high alert in the event any echoes appear in Jakto. As of now, there have been no reported sightings. We did, however, recently received a missive from Higwesana. Yeah. He's finished conducting his test with Prisha and requests an audience. Fool Jaja has already left to meet with him. Can only assume you wish to be present to hear the results, so I would suggest you make for the outskirts at 1. Alright. Okay. Thank you all for coming. So, what have you learned? After a thorough examination of Prisha and Elxal, we discovered that, yeah? Can you find out? Figured it out already. You have made your point that we're not really living. Oh, what could it be? Yes, as you say, you are indeed artificial life forms, each possessed of an electrope core. Were said cores to be damaged, it would become increasingly difficult to maintain your form, until eventually you dissipate. This much you already know. And what is the present state of said cores? While Axal's core shows signs of wear, there is no significant damage. I don't expect it will break apart anytime soon. Christian's core, on the other hand, is, well, to be blunt, it's a wonder you hadn't already blinked out of existence. We used all the electro tricks we had to mend the worst of the cracks. But it has been mended, yes? Her core should hold itself together so long as she remains out of harm's way. Another strong shock to the body is all it would take for it to fall to pieces. It will be fine. I won't overdo it. We don't want to miss all the adventuring we still have left to do, right? And I couldn't imagine going on without you. We are comrades born of memories from the same home, after all, even if those I can recall are a few and far in. Ah, that's right. You're always so quick to share what you do recall. It's easy to overlook how much you have forgotten. Yes, Bagul Jaja is right here. What is it? There's been an attack in Mamuk. Strange creatures the Landsguard are unable to identify. An attack? Echoes, in all likelihood. Sentries there will need reinforcements. Let's hurry. You. Good. Kuljacha, I have brought the others with you. What happened? You've done all well to hold the line. Ananta here? So you have seen this manner of creature before? Not here in Tural, surely. But how or why would they find their way here? Okay, echoes. Echoes, so that other world is home to these Ananta as well? I remember these fiends. In Manadia we call them Lamie. Their kind is matched only by their ferocity. Thankfully, not cunning or ferocious enough to overcome our last guard. The issue is a little more complicated than that, I'm afraid. Allow me to explain. We were standing guard when an army of these snake creatures appeared out of nowhere, surrounding us in an instant. Their numbers were beyond count. Had they pressed their attack any further, they could have easily overpowered us and besieged Mamuk. Just as all hope seemed lost, a strange mage arrived, buried a child, catching by her size, and felled the army with a single spell. Then she vanished before we could so much as ask her name or offer thanks. Chantoro. If I didn't know better, I'd say they were describing Kryl, but are her magics destructive? Let us retrieve this letter from the enemy's remains. Dearest champion, it is with great pleasure that I inform you a vessel for the king has at last been chosen. To that end, I have sent forth this celebratory military procession. I hope that it proves to your liking. You are hereby invited to return to Juno for the coming coronation ceremony. Invited? As if he wasn't planning to release more echoes, you would refuse. There are continued skirmishes to the south even as we speak, but I fear it's simply a battle of attrition. While I'd love to be the one that gives Sarelja a sound thrashing, my place is with the Landsguard. You seem to have a knack for passing information. Your job will be to outline the current situation to the soldiers when they return. Right then, let's go and kick Sarelja's scalliers. Don't forget what Sana said. If it looks like things are taking a turn for the worse, get out of there. Speak with Prisha in June. Oh, Sansa. Start. I do want to check this thing. I don't know, I'm reading the but I will eventually clear that. Okay, appreciate. Look, another one of those portals. Maybe he decided to cut to the chase and get straight to the fighting. Perhaps, but Cyril just struck me as the sort who enjoyed hearing himself talk. So someone did force their way in. I assume you lot had simply grown impatient. Lives then? Nah, such a feat is beyond the petty bandits wandering yet though. I suppose it doesn't matter in the end. Whoever they are, their fate was sealed the moment they set foot within my domain. Enough with all the prattling, you're clearly not much for 2020, so why not just turn yourself into the longest start? You not read my letter? I have found a vessel worthy of one true king. He who first incited conflict in the lands of Vanadil, this adventurer has no chance against such a primordial being. Very good, Soldier. Finally we'll have the power we need to rule. Rule Vanadil, yes, but have we need of subjects in this world? Should we simply slaughter them all? So long as we draw breath, you will not bring harm to this world or any other. Aha, I thought you might say as much. I expect nothing less from a man who's... perhaps that's better left unsaid. What are you hiding? What have you learned of who I am? As for you, 2020, never fear. When my echoes have finished with these appetizers, I've no doubt they will take their time on their main dish. So let us not waste any more time. To commemorate this auspicious occasion, the coming of our king, rebel faced of powerful foes await. I should hope you will survive long enough to grovel at the feet of our new ruler. Wait, I actually... That bastard didn't even acknowledge I was here. Next time I see him, I will make sure he never forgets his face or my fists. You will be doing a such thing, or have you already forgotten Kick with Santa's warning? Leave this fight to us, please. We'll be doing no such thing, or have you already forgotten Cuba? Okay, yeah. Fine, but don't you go and do anything reckless, you hear me? Ironic. Windows, the third walk, no accessible. Okay, let's do the next time I log in. As of right now, it's too late and I want to go to the bed. So, thank you everyone for watching and see